everyone, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of On the Road with Leah. I'm going to talk real quick because I've got like a really cute clip to show you. So basically just continuing on, I had my second section of acupuncture, and this time she put 5 needles in my right ear, and I think I had like 20 some total throughout my whole body. And my right ear was actually pulsing throughout the hour that you lay there. And when I asked her about that, she said that the right ear is connected to my kidneys. So that was a good sign that my kidneys were being activated. So we're just working on all my adrenal glands, which, as I mentioned before, just seem to kind of get depleted when you're doing that constant run, kind of running on empty lifestyle that I've been living for so long now. So that's a good thing. By the time you watch this, I will be on my 11th consecutive day of Bikram yoga, feeling really good. Last week alone, I lost 4.5 pounds, really just from adding the Bikram yoga in and recording the food and drinks that I'm taking in. I found this really awesome app on the iPhone. My sister-in-law turned me onto it. It's called MyNet Diary. It's an iPhone app. It's maybe about $1 or something like that. And what's really cool about this app is that you can type in the word pizza and it'll ask you whether it was Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. I have not run across a food that's not already in there and calculated for you. So it's really easy because you just plug in the food, it already calculates the calories for you, you plug in your water, you plug in your exercise, it calculates the calories burned, and at the end of the day it gives you a report with either thumbs up or thumbs down as to, you know, your saturated fat level for the day, your sodium for the day, your calorie intake for the day. So it's fun for someone like me who's always on their iPhone playing with things anyway. Down at Penn's Landing, where Santa Claus, as well as his Philadelphia friends, were coming across the Delaware River on a big giant boat, and hung out with all the kids down there. So we're down at Penn's Landing in Philadelphia, and Santa Claus is arriving today to say hi to all the ice skaters at the ice skating rink. Philadelphia mascot you can think of is here.
And the CW Philly and the Greater Philadelphia Tourism Marketing Corporation.
Even Manny, Mo, and Jack. So you guys are a little away from home right now today on the river rink.
Oh, not too far.
Just a few blocks.
Not too far from home. We can see it from here.
But a bit different than what we normally do. I'm normally sewing in my upholstery shop, working on some flags.
Yes.
But it's nice to be out, seeing all different types of...
It's good to be out. See all the crazy people, and some people are really dressed kind of funny.
And then hats that not stranger hats than ours.
Afterwards, I got to speak to the actress Rachel Costa, who portrays Betsy Ross. She's a historical interpreter, and I just found it very interesting what she had to say. So this is actually going to be a two-parter. So Betsy Ross, you portray, it's called a historical interpreter.
Mm-hmm. So we're a little bit different than reenactors. Reenactors are out there on battlefields, and they're the women that are dressed up. And so what they do are actually act out battles and what would have happened there. As an interpreter, we are acting as the actual character. So for me, I'm actually Betsy Ross, first person interpretation, and so I get to explain my life and what was happening to people. And I'm lucky enough that I get to work at the Betsy Ross House in Philadelphia, so a 270-year-old building where Betsy actually lived. It was her home when she sewed the very first flag, what looked like this one right here, Stars and Stripes. So I'm in the upholstery shop of the house, which is the business that Betsy...
Now, how did you come upon this job?
I work for Historic Philadelphia Incorporated. That's the name of our company, and they run the Betsy Ross House and a lot of the other historical attractions in Philadelphia. So I auditioned with them to be a storyteller, and they have all these different benches around the city, and people can go for free to hear actors like myself portray different types of characters while telling historical stories. And there was an opening for Betsy, and so I was asked if I would like to be the Betsy. And so I had to do lots of trainings because since it is an actual working upholstery shop, I needed to take on upholstery tasks, so I had a lot of training for that. A lot of information to know about Betsy's life, and there's always something new that's coming about too, so it's just studying and a
You
lot of
mentioned
reading.
training. Is there a specific school for historical interpreters? What's that like?
Right. So for our company, we have a specific school, and it's called Benstitute, in honor of Ben Franklin. And so every year before Memorial Day, which is when the big season starts for all the actors for the company, it's 3 weeks of training. We have lots of different speakers and guests come in, not just of Philadelphia historical attractions, but from all over the country. We have people come in to teach us. We have lots of different lectures. We have lots of different hands-on activity where we go to specific sites to get to see things that not everybody gets to see. We get kind of a special treatment. So it's lots of books. I have tons of paperwork, tons of books, and not just of Betsy, but of all the other people that were there during that time. So Benstitute. It's a fun time.
Isn't that neat? So if you've been following me at all, you might put two and two together and realize that my sister plays Betsy Ross at the Betsy Ross house in Philadelphia. So yes, that was my sister starting high school when I left for Los Angeles. So I'm really proud of her, and what a interesting and neat job she has to express herself creatively. Live, love life, keep rocking. See you next week.